This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of Phatts TV, sanctioned by PA Phatts and the non-genetically proven Sun. Any and all words have been authorized during the show. There is nothing off limits. Nobody is restricted from watching and participating in the show. It is a free-for-all. Commencing at the siren, any and all discussions will be legal for an extended period of time. Sports, politics, and any and all controversial topics will be talked about. You have been warned. May God be with us all.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the return of Phatts TV on this, what night is it? Monday night. We're not usually on a Monday night. June the 28th. If you don't recognize me, that's your problem. PA Phatts here, joining me in the upper left-hand portion of the screen. The one, the only, from his underground bunker, even though it's kind of light in that underground bunker, deep in the heart of central Pennsylvania, the one, the only, non-genetical proven Sun. How you been this past month there that we've had off? Excuse me why I crop your screen a little bit.
I haven't done a whole lot.
Really?
Hear myself, that's not good.
So in the time off, you haven't done absolutely nothing.
Watched a lot of baseball.
Watched a lot of baseball.
Yeah, I interned. Turn me down on your end. Turn the speaker down just slightly.
You are turned down.
Yep, that's better. I got an internship with the baseball team up here, the local minor league. Well, I guess it's kind of like minor league baseball team. Not technical minor league, but it's close enough.
Wait, let me guess. The Starucca Stampeders.
Yeah, sure, that works.
Okay.
Actually called the State College Spikes.
The State College Spikes.
And I didn't know what a spike was for the longest time.
Really? It's something that a volleyball player does. He spikes the ball.
Not that kind of spike.
Oh.
Like a deer kind of spike.
Like a deer spike. So it's like a thing you pound into the ground.
Sure.
Well, that's a spike.
No, it's like a deer that is just starting to get antlers.
Oh. That would be a spike.
I didn't know that.
Well, what do you know? Your college education is paying off for you. $42,000 a year and you learned what a spike is.
Yeah.
Going to Sizzler. Speaking of Sizzler, did you see the luck that I had last week? Anybody? Bueller?
Did you win 2 quarters of Bread and Together and get a plate of pasta?
So last Wednesday, I'm sitting here in Casa de Phatts, and I'm bored. Bored out of my mind. Bored.
99% of people anymore, they're bored.
Bored out of my mind. So I said, you know what? Let's go up to Hollywood, bet on some horses, play some video poker. So I get up there. It's about 10 minutes to 6. Post time for the first race, 6 o'clock. Now, there are 5 entrances to the casino. 5. Okay? There's one where you drop yourself off if you're getting valet parking. There's one on the let's just call it the western side of the casino floor. There's one on the southern side of the casino floor. There's one where you can take an escalator from the second floor to the first floor. And there's one at the entrance to where you could go out and watch the horses. They have a grand total of one of those 5 entrances open.
The second floor to the first floor.
No. They have the one on the southern side. Now, I could understand during COVID that they only had one because they had to actually keep count of how many people were in there at a given time. They can only have so many. But now there's no restrictions in the state of Pennsylvania. And they still only have one entrance open. And why do they only have one entrance open? Because they can't get anybody to freaking work. Really. They have nobody there to work. So, for me to have to go watch each race outside, I had to basically go out the southern entrance, walk a third of the way around the building to get to the racetrack. Where there was a door right there to the racetrack. That was locked. I understand it being locked when there's no races going on, but when there's races going on, have somebody posted at the damn door. But anyway, be that as it may. So I do all right betting the horses. I hit 50% of the races that night. I had a little bit of money, not much. So I'm doing all right in the casino. I'm up 100, down 100, up 200, down 50, blah, 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 blah. My typical. And I only have 200 with me to play. And the free play money that I get because I'm PA Phatts. They just, throw me free play money.
Right.
It's the name recognition. They want me in the building.
2 nickels and a slice of pizza. Got it.
Exactly. At least it's white pizza. Actually, their white pizza's up there is really good, but they don't have it right now, those bastages.
Racist.
They are. They are. So I blow through that, so I get to my free play money, and I hit something for $100, blah, 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 blah. And I go to a different machine, and I'm playing Deuces Wild, and I hit 5 aces. Yes, you can hit 5 aces playing Deuces Wild. For $200. So I play it down to $150, and I go over to a different machine, and I said, I'm going to play $5 a hand, and if I lose my $150, then it's time to go home, because it was about 11:15. So I play it down to like 125, and I'm playing 5 of a kind, so it's a 53 card deck. 53. 52 card deck and a joker. And I'm playing Pick'em Poker. Who here knows what Pick'em Poker is? Anybody? Bueller? Pick'em Poker is if you want to win, you got to be picking your nose. Or your ass. One or the other. But if you're going to pick your ass, then you got to, sniff your fingers. So anyway, be that as it may. So I'm playing 5 of a kind Pick'em Poker. So a Pick'em Poker is, you get dealt 2 cards. And then you get dealt, there's 3 cards face down. There's 2 piles of 3 cards face down. And then they flip over the top card in each pile. And you got to pick what pile you want. So I get dealt 2 kings. And the other pile, the first pile, has a king. And the second pile, I think, had a 6, if I remember correctly. Now, which pile do you think I'm going to pick?
The 6.
Exactly wrong. Of course, I'm going to pick the king.
All right, so a 3 of a kind gives you $10.
$20, because I'm playing $5 a hand.
20.
$20. If I were to get the 4th king or the joker, it's now $100. Well, is it the first card the other king? Huh. So there's $100. Now, if that 5th card is the joker, I hit the jackpot. Well, wouldn't you know, it was the joker. Woo! Was basically my reaction.
Yeah,
now,
you're like, cool.
Yeah, kind of, which is weird. Not like the clown that was up there that won $7,500 on the slot machine. It was like, boom! Yeah! Boom, baby! Boom! The guy next to me is like, what happened? And I turned and I look. I said, you won $15.
And a can of?
And a can of Simon High. That's why he went the boom, baby, boom. So, now, on this machine, when you hit, it beeps at you. It'll go beep when you win. And if you get more beeps and a higher pitched beep, you won more money. So, if you get like a really quick beep, 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 then you know you won something good. Well, the damn thing didn't beep. It started to play music. I was like, never heard this machine play music before. In all the years that I've been coming up here, never heard it play music before. So, and then all of a sudden, that little note pops up.
Huh?
That was a good night.
It took about 3.27 seconds for someone to be there.
No, actually it took about 45 seconds. It was a little surprising. Because for those of you that don't know, they wear, the people on the floor wear monitors on their wrists that tells them when they got to report somewhere. So the guy comes over. He's just a young guy, probably less than 25. You know, probably has his first set of pubes down below. And he's like, wow, congratulations, sir. At least he didn't call me ma'am.
That's happened before.
More than once. It's my nice B cups, what can I say? You might want to be careful drinking when we're doing the show live. You never know what I'm going to say. So he comes over, he's like, oh, congratulations. It's like, have you ever won a jackpot before? I said, yeah, like 4 years ago I hit for $2,500. And he goes, well, I got to get my manager over here because this is a pretty large sum. So I said, okay. So the manager comes over, and it's a younger lady. On the attractive scale, let's say about a 5.5. You know, somebody you might want to do something with if you were drunk. You know.
All right.
Or if you really struck out all month long. So she comes over, she's like, we've been waiting for you all night long. My first reaction was, is she going to jump me? We've been waiting for you all night long. Like,
what was that supposed to mean?
I mean, like, are you sexually excited or something? Well, it meant that they hadn't paid out anything good all night long. They like paying out money. At least, you know, the employees do, not the people that own the place. Because why? The employees know that they're going to get a tip, of all probability. Of all probability. The story continues. So she's like, all right, how would you like this? I said, can you get me a check? Because I don't want $10,000 in cash. No. I mean, I got a fat enough ass, I don't need a target on the ass. Yeah, no?
Right.
So I said, I'll take a check. Now, for those of you that don't know my actual job, you'd be surprised at how many people actually think I'm a professional gambler.
Interesting.
Maybe I should be.
I don't think that's a thing.
Oh, it certainly is a thing.
Yeah, the people that have millions of dollars that...
Well, how do you know I don't have millions of dollars?
Why am I paying for this apartment?
As you should be. It creates character.
$dollars?
It creates character.
You don't think I would have got help with something?
Fuck that. No. So, wait a minute. I bought you a pack of pens.
Yes.
So anyway. So I said, no, I like a check. I said, can you take the taxes out too? Because I'm an accountant, I want the taxes taken out. So I don't have to deal with it at the end of the year. So she says, yes, we take out 25%, which is the standard. And I'm like, well, that's fine because I'll get more money back now at the end of the year. Which, kiddies, you don't want to do. You don't want to give the government an interest-free loan. Take it from PA Phatts, the accountant. But I don't want to have to pay in at the end of the year either with having a college non-genetically proven son. So she walks away to go get me the check, and then it hits me. I don't have any money to tip them.
Oh.
Oops. Oopsie. So she comes back with a check. I said, can you wait here for a minute? She said, sure. I said, I need to get money to tip you. So I run to the Mac machine, put my card in, and I try to get out like $300, fully knowing my card isn't going to let me get out $300 because I have limits on my card, so I don't do anything stupid. So it lets me get out $150. So I come back, I'm like, I still have $120 in the machine too, so I take that out. And I give them each $125, and I'm like, I'm so sorry I can't tip you more. I wanted to tip you each $200 because I believe in karma. I'm a firm believer in karma. So she's like, okay, and she smiles at me, and I could tell she's trying to tell me, Phatts, I really want to jump you right here, right now. But A, I'm not drunk. B, I have money in my pocket, so I could do better than a 5.5 right now. And I'm PA Phatts. So that was last Wednesday. Feel free to congratulate me.
You suck.
Thank you. By the way, the message board is live and operational. Should anybody wish to chime in? Sons of bitches. So anyway, what have we been doing for the past month while we were off? Well, the non-genetically proven son and I got together, put our 6 brain cells together, and came up with Team Phatts.
Yeah.
Team Phatts.
Real original.
I thought it was. I mean, did you happen to watch bowling yesterday on TV?
No.
Anybody?
Well, I watched the title match.
Oh.
Like near the end of it.
So you didn't see this early on?
No, I did not. I was golfing. I was being outside. I was being a human.
That was at Thunder Bowl in Detroit. I was not in Detroit yesterday. Were you in Detroit yesterday?
I was on the Penn State Blue Course golf course.
I don't think that's in Detroit.
No, it's right down the road.
Apparently, we got fans in Detroit, Michigan. Who
There you
knew?
go.
Who knew? By the way, the guy in the picture, Chris Vi, he shoots 300 that game.
You think that's why?
You know damn well that's why. You know without that sign, he's leaving probably a 5-pin on that shot. A pocket 5-pin.
Yeah, two-hander leaving a pocket 5-pin. All right. Good joke.
You know it.
At least you didn't say like 5'10".
Could have said 8'10".
8'10".
So, it took less than a month for Team Phatts to make it to Detroit.
There you go.
So, how do you become a member of Team Phatts if you want to become a member of Team Phatts? It's easy. We have 2 levels of membership. You have the full-fledged membership, and you have the associate membership. What's the difference, you're asking right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, what's the difference?
Thank you. Thank you. Well, let me tell you, the associate membership, you basically just say, hey, I want to be a part of Team Fats. You join the Facebook group. But if you join the Facebook group, you have to be active in the group. You know, you got to post stuff. We want to know when something good happens to you. You know, you shoot 700, we want to know about it. You have a really relieving bowel movement. We want to know about it. You lose your virginity. We want to know about it. Unless it's to a rubber doll. Then we don't want to know about it. You get straight A's. We want to know about it. You finally, after 5 days, get that boog that's like way up there out of your nose. We want to know about it. You finally figured out how to spell the word cat with a C and not a K. We want to know about it. Are you understanding what we want here?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay. Now, to be a full-fledged member of Team Fats, all you got to do is buy anything with the Team Fats logo on it. Right now, there's only one way to buy something with the Team Fats logo on it. That's talk to our friend Brian Krantz at EFX Apparel and order something. The logo is free. The shirt or the pants or the underwear or the condoms or whatever are not free. You really think we should get Team Fats condoms?
Who would wear those?
Well, not me, but...
Don't look at me.
Somebody out there would. Now, hopefully in the next month, we'll have t-shirts that you could order. Hint, hint. Maybe even hats that you could order. But I'm going to tell you right now, there is only a couple ways you could get kicked out of Team Fats. One of them is if you wear your Team Fats hat like this.
What's wrong with that?
You're not fucking Billy Bad.
There's a little bit of sweat stain on that hat.
You don't wear your Team Fats hat like that. You wear your Team Fats hat like that, you don't deserve to be in Team Fats.
Your hat needs to be clean.
Slightly. Slightly. I'm impressed you can see it that well. The other ways you could get kicked out of Team Fats is being rude. Not sarcastically rude, just being plain rude. You know, telling me my meatball recipe sucks. That's rude.
That would be pretty rude.
That would be pretty rude, especially because they're fucking kicking meatballs. Now, what perks do you get for being a full-fledged member of Team Fats? Well, there's some pretty damn good perks. You get to come to my house and clean. How's that? You get to come to my house and reshingle the roof.
See, I would say you come to my apartment and clean, but my apartment's pretty clean.
Well, it's going to get messy again sometime.
Not if I'm the only one here, really.
You're not going to be the only one there forever.
Okay, well, as long as I'm the only one here, it's going to be pretty clean. So.
You get to come to my house and reseal the driveway. You get to come to my house and do the laundry.
I was going to say drywall the ceiling.
Drywall the little hole that's in the ceiling. You get to buy and install a jacuzzi.
And a pool?
No.
You don't want a pool?
I don't want a pool. I want a hot tub.
In the garage?
No. Outside.
Outside. So you can go out there in the snow.
You got to put a net around it so the, you know, those things that are about to come around don't, like, invade. The spotted
Spotted
lantern
flies.
fuckers.
Oh yeah, they don't really exist up here.
Yeah, screw you.
So does cicadas. They're not here either.
They never showed up here either. So that's what all the perks of being a full-fledged member of Team Fats. How does that sound? That sounds great, doesn't it?
Just wonderful.
And you never know what else I might do when I feel like doing something. You never know. Like the other week, I gave everybody who was at Championship Weekend who wore their Phatts TV or their Phatts logoed shirt, I put money in their scholarship fund for them. Just because I'm nice.
Except for me.
I even included you, you bastard.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Right.
I mean, you only got $1, but I included you.
Yeah, and I won the most money at Championship Weekend,
That's
so
right.
it doesn't matter.
So we're about to talk about that. So Championship Weekend, first weekend in June, it was fun. We had our fun. Friday night we had the skins match.
And disc golfing.
We televised the skin match, and a rookie won this year.
Rookie?
An old fucking rookie won this year.
Use that term lightly.
A 76-year-old rookie won.
78, actually.
78-year-old rookie won. Throwing an asymmetrical plastic ball.
Plastic ball.
Doesn't quite hit it quite as hard as Daria Payak does.
He's 74. Wow.
I thought he was 74. Yeah, but yeah, trying to add 4 years onto that poor guy's life. But then Sunday came. And lo and behold, something good happened to somebody else who's on screen with me right now. So why don't you talk about that day while I take a break from talking?
What about that day? What about that day?
Go ahead.
Well, where do we begin?
Game 1.
Game 1. Well, we were told what the pattern was. It was 2009 London. So that's only one and one thing only. There was not a lot of oil on the lanes. And game 1, my brother was there. Yes, for everyone that doesn't know, I have a half brother
And a half sister.
and a half sister.
Neither genetically mine. Thanks be to God.
What's wrong with my brother?
I don't want another one.
And to clarify, my brother knows about as much as bowling as everyone watching knows about curling.
Yeah, I know a lot about curling.
Well, you know a lot about my brother. And you know a lot about bowling. So, yeah, what did I shoot? 250 something. They were really easy. I don't know if it was the pair, the pattern, or because I definitely didn't throw 12 really good shots. I can tell you that for free. I think I went Jersey once, tripped a couple 4-pins.
You could tell us that for free?
Yeah,
What would happen if you charged us? What are you going to tell us?
I don't know. But yeah, you made me laugh. What was I gonna say?
Game 2.
I don't even know what I shot.
Doesn't matter.
Game 2. Qualifying was all the same crap. Stay in the same spot, throw it to the same spot. How about 5 boards to hit the pocket? And I was pretty much the only person in the building that had that.
You didn't have the lead after Game 2 or Game 3, one or the other.
2. Sorry, I didn't have the lead after game 2.
A 7-year-old did.
13.
Same thing.
He was on my pair. He threw it with his left hand. That's why. Then I think it got into his head when he heard he was in the lead because he started to bowl like crap after that. Guess that makes sense. And what comes around? Match play. I'm in the lead somehow. This is the last 2 games I shot a $180, $180. Because everyone asked me, what are you in the lead by? 200? No, like 30. Because everyone knows the low end of Limerick sucks.
With an X. S-U-X.
I don't think I saw anybody break 200 down there.
Not many.
And 180 was good game. 180 is a good game there. And the match play comes around, and they are scorched. Dry. Very dry. First game, I believe I lost. I think I shot like 2-0 or 190 and lost. 190. Second game comes around, I get to face the guy in last. And he didn't care. So basically it was a free win. Shot around 210.
And you lost the lead.
And I did lose the lead because Zombro went front 9. And I lost the lead by like 15 or whatever. Then the last game comes around and we're very far to the left. I could have stood in front of the ball return on the right lane. I believe struck first ball in the 10th, take the win, or to guarantee the win. I don't think I needed it, but it shut out my opponent and guaranteed me the lead as well. So got in to the semis, automatic semis with a bye, and a re-oil in the finals. And going into the finals, I'm facing... Who was I facing? Trevor?
Yes.
Trevor. Not going to lie, wanted to face Brandon Bone. I really did. Because for some reason I have his number. For whatever reason that is. But that was also 2 years ago. But we get in and I have a good look on the right lane, and I felt like I had nothing on the left lane. Didn't like my look. Front four. Front four. Split, strike, split. Then I think I threw another 3 or 4 in a row. And spare won the game by like 60. I think Trevor got tired, missed a spare, split a couple times, game was over. All this, by the way, I did not practice within 2 weeks of that tournament. Came down just to bowl, to be honest. Bowl and disc golf. I had a disc golf tournament on Saturday.
And eat.
And eat. Free food's free food.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And so we get to the title match. We're facing Zombro.
Again.
1 versus 2 seed, no surprise. Didn't have too bad of a look, but I could not hit the broadside of a barn. By that, I mean I was missing like 2 left. Wasn't throwing it terrible, but I couldn't hit where I wanted to hit. And you insisted I was really nervous.
You felt nervous.
I was just trying to figure out why I couldn't do anything. But I didn't miss anything. Lots of spares. Lots of spares. Did I even double in that match?
You did not.
So we get into the 10th, the 9th and 10th. Well, let's backtrack. So Darren shoots his 9th before I get to shoot my 9th and 10th. And if he goes strike in the 9th after he went, did he strike in the 8th?
He was on a triple.
On a triple. So if he strikes, I would be basically forced to strike out to make him do anything.
Right.
I tried to convince myself that I was going to have a chance to step up and win. Well, he went through the face, left the 3, 6, 9, 10, and missed it.
Chopped it.
So that gave me the chance to strike, spare, strike to win.
So let's watch your 9th to 10th frame. With Parker Bone on commentary, with me and Darren's dad, Darren. It was an interesting,
Commentary group.
commentary there. So if Daniel could go strike, spare 9.
If he goes Dutch the rest of the way, he's a winner.
Yes.
A couple of 9 counts, though, in the right spot. Here we go with the opportunity for a tie.
Absolutely.
best shot
Solid
Daniel has
shot.
thrown.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty much mowing him right over there, high flush.
Now, you
If you go back and listen to that, someone halfway down the lane says nice shot. If you go listen to that, halfway down the lane, somebody says nice shot. Somebody off camera. Off. Wasn't one of us.
Let's say I was just listening to it and I did not hear nice shot.
It's very low. You gotta like really listen to it. So it was somebody, whether it was Matt or Josh, because they were standing a little bit to our left, or somebody who was with the handicap. Somebody says nice shot when it was.
Yeah, that was probably the best shot of the game.
It was
right there.
It was. All right.
each bowler, the last two shots on that right lane, threw probably the best shots they've thrown on that lane all match.
Yes. Well, that lane so far for this entire match has not been the trick. The trick right now is this left lane.
And in practice, we were thinking it was going to be the right lane.
Yes. So what's going on in your mind right now?
Well, the whole game I could not get it to the right on this lane. I believe I went 3-6, 3-6. I don't know what else I did on this lane. I know I left back-to-back 3-6s.
And then I believe you left, wasn't you leave like a 4-8 or something? You came in light?
I don't think I left that.
You left a 6-10.
6-10. So
Yes.
3 high shots. I was just trying to tell myself, just get it to the right a little farther.
Yeah, and then I think you left a 4-pin in the 8th.
So yeah, so we were closer in the 8th.
Yes. You either left a 4-pin in the 7th or the 8th, but I think it was the 8th.
I was probably happy with it because I probably pulled it again. So it's just like,
Yes,
get
we
it to
did.
the right.
And now, when the
You
match
know the
started,
ball's gonna hook from the spot that you want it. You want to get it to. I did it. If you go back in warm-ups before this match, I don't think I missed. I couldn't miss my spot, and then all of a sudden the match comes on. I couldn't hit the spot, at least on the left lane.
Both of you
Right
guys
lane I was
warmed up very well on the left lane.
That's why I chose to finish on
Yes.
it. One reason. Two, Darren didn't look like he had much of a look on the right lane. And it let me finish the match first.
Not all that uncommon.
No, it's not. It really is not.
So right now for Daniel, he wants to make the best shot of the day. If he pures this one off of his hand, gets it anywhere close to that 1-3 pocket, filling the frame of the utmost and maybe getting them all down in one shot is big.
Now, what's on your mind right here?
Oh, shit.
Because why?
That was a good 2.5 right. I got it to the right,
Yeah?
but I didn't feel like it got much in it. So I was a little worried that was either... I didn't think it missed the head pin, but I was worried that was going to be a 2-4-5 combination.
Got ya.
And that is not what I want to shoot at when I need a spare.
Got ya.
Hey, if he pures this one off of his hand, gets it anywhere close to that 1-3 pocket, filling the frame of the utmost and maybe getting them all down in one shot is big.
And he got it a little low. And he got a good break.
2-pin.
Now, it actually, to me, watching this, it looked like you kind of threw it a little harder. Like if you listen, Parker's going to say it actually looks like you threw it harder.
That wasn't on the mind. It may have been instinctive.
I mean, if you go back and watch the shot, it does look harder.
It could have been just instinctive because I didn't think about trying to throw it harder.
Right. And I know at this point you don't want to come in high and have to shoot a 3-6 again.
No, I don't like shooting a 3-6, any kind of combination. So, I mean, I know what Parker says. Like, I commend him because if he leaves a 2-10, that's makeable. Well, that's not really what I was thinking about. I was thinking if I strike, it's over.
Yes.
So that was the goal.
All right. So at this point, you saw you left a 2-pin. Now what's going on in your mind?
Relief. Because left side spares, I was locked in all day. I knew a 2-pin was probably the easiest spare I could have shot at. So I was happy with that. Just make the spare and then worry about it after.
So he makes this in 9.
Once again, he's going on a gold pin. I'm going to give him some credit at that moment in time. You don't want to hand it to your opponent. By going light, the worst he could have did it there would have been 210 combination.
Yep.
That's still a
2-8-10,
very much
210.
makeable spare. If he goes through the heart and leaves the big 4, 4-6, or 4-6 and company, the odds of making that are extremely
The odds
rare.
just went
Oh my
completely
God.
low.
You're handing it to your opponent on a gold platter.
All right,
Spare.
9 is a winner.
Now you thought for a moment you missed it.
Yeah, because I pulled it. Off my hand, I was a little worried. Not going to lie.
And
But,
again, it looked like you threw it a little hard. Which would have helped.
that
at
again
point.
wasn't on purpose. But I
mean,
made it comfortably.
I mean, that did look like more of your 4-pin line.
Yeah, that would have been a perfect
Yes.
4-pin.
All right, so now you only need 9 to win. So now what's going on
Right.
in your mind? I'm going to play it, and you tell me what's going on in your mind in real time.
9 is a win.
8,
Okay, well,
and
at
we could
first
have
I
8
was just
top.
trying to calm
9
down.
higher win, 8 lower,
Just
8 tie, 7
Breathe
lower.
was
top.
my first thing because I had a big tournament on the line.
Yeah.
And I knew 9 was, as long as you throw a good shot, it's probably going to get 8 or 9. I'm just trying to breathe, just not really think about what I'm doing, and just throw almost that same shot, but with hand and a touch
Thinking
for
about
the
throwing it
left.
hard. I don't think that thought is going to ever come to his mind.
He doesn't have to strike to win.
And right about there, I knew it got 9.
So right here, you were solid.
At the arrows, I knew it got 9. Because I finally hit where I wanted to hit. And before this shot, I was just about getting the first step moving and then just kind of let muscle memory do the rest.
Were you nervous?
Was I nervous?
Yes.
For what?
Like back when I bowled, when I needed to make a good shot, if I was going for 300 or 800, my feet would feel like they were in concrete.
I wouldn't say that, but I was just trying not to hand it to him.
Got it.
So once I got my feet moving, I didn't try to think about anything, just go.
Got it.
I struck all day. So just kind of let the muscle memory of the entire day take it.
Of
4-9.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
5
he knows he has not struck on this lane yet, and I don't think he's thinking about throwing it hard. I don't think that thought is going to ever come to his mind.
He doesn't have to strike to win.
Got a good shot.
And he wins.
He struck there.
And it did creep high.
It did. It did creep a little high, but it was right where I wanted it.
So congratulations.
Thanks. Here you go.
Does the top come off?
Sadly, no.
Oh, you didn't put any beer in it.
Thought about taking a video about a week after being like, yep, I still won the Invitational, like Phil did with the Wanamaker trophy.
You should
Like,
have.
just a reminder, I did win the Invitational this year.
That would have been really cool to rent a golf cart.
Take this all the way out to the golf course. Like, what are you doing with that?
Yeah.
I'm making a Phil video. It's funny.
You should probably still do it.
I feel like if I no, they probably would let me do it. If I asked them, like, hey, can I take a golf cart for like 5 minutes?
So also congratulations to fellow Team Phatts member Allison Stakowitz for also winning the Invitational. Although we tried to really screw her over. So like
you guys did, because she left an 8-pin that looked like it could have stood for sure on the video, but it definitely fell. But on the video, it looked like it could have picked it up.
Yes.
On your small screen.
Yes.
And thank God it did not cost her. She threw the next 4 after that.
Yes.
But if that was a strike, she would have had 6 in a row.
Yes. Yes. If we were not bowling on the gold pins, if we were bowling on the white pins, you would have been able to see the pin knock over the 8-pin.
Yes.
But once I got home and watched it on my big screen that's in front of me, you could see that there was a gold pin rolling around.
Right.
So we're sorry, Allison, that you didn't win by more than what you did. But you won.
Yes, did win by a lot.
Allison also, by the way, won the bracket Survivor tournament this year. She finished in the semifinals of the Masters tournament, and she finished second in the handicap division at best.
Yeah, we get it.
She made, and plus bracket money, she pocketed a shit load of scholarship money in the past month.
I didn't bowl for 2 weeks and won an invitational, and then didn't bowl for 2 weeks and got 10th at best.
Yep. Yeah.
Which, for the record, I made first cut at best a few times. I think 3 before this. Never made the second cut, and obviously never made the top 10. I was dead.
A little out of shape.
I don't bowl that much anymore, so bowling 23 games plus practice, so we're probably talking 27 games. Plus Friday, we're talking over 30 games of bowling. I was tired.
You're out of shape.
If I bowled every day for 2 weeks going up to that 5 games a day, I would have been okay.
You're out of shape.
It was all didn't help. The air conditioning in there was non-existent.
No, it was hot.
I think everybody could attest to that. Every scratch bowler, especially the second day, could not keep the ball in their hand. The approaches were stickier than all sticky. It was a mess. It was a real mess. It really was.
It was. And
But
you went, in the last game, you went from 13th to 10th.
and I opened 9th and 10th.
And you opened 9th and 10th.
Figured I missed it. Broke a pen in half. Because I figured I missed it by less than a mark. And you told me I made it. In a way, I was like, yay, I made top 10. In a way, I was like, ugh, gonna bowl more. And I tried. Ever since when they here, we'll go back. So at best, you bowl the first 5 games of match play on whatever the medium pattern is. So something around 40 feet, whatever. Then they re-oil the first 20 feet, I believe. 20 or 30 feet of it.
Just the
After
heads.
that, huh?
Just the heads. So about 20
So
feet.
whatever how long that is. It was like 16, 20 feet. I had nothing the rest of the day. I could not find anything that I liked. I didn't have the same ball reaction. I thought about it. Should have did it. Thought about putting some surface on the ball I was throwing, which I probably should have. So it led to me not having a good block because I was 7th.
Yep. Yep.
Like
7th or 8th, but I
The
believe
first
7th.
block I went 4-1.
Yep.
Lost first game, got crushed. Then I won the next 3 with 2-team basically every game, which was a great game on whatever we were bowling on. It was whatever we were bowling on was kind of weird, played kind of interesting, almost played harder than the hard pattern. And I had a great line, and I couldn't miss a spare to save my life. Then all of a sudden, the second thing, I couldn't do anything.
Yes.
Grind out top 10. Shot like $160. And Did the rest of the finals on commentary. Decided to drive home that night, and I passed out.
So you did go 7-3 in your 10 games of match play. And in game 10, yes, you opened 9th and 10th, but you threw a lot of strikes.
If you want to call them strikes, there was X's on the
There
board.
were X's on the board. You got a little lucky on
I had
some
like
of them.
3 jerseys. I wasn't throwing it great, but I didn't have much of a line.
Yes.
Because what happened, I think, with that pair was the perfect pair, because it was the only pair that wasn't re-oiled. Because they screwed up the first 2 pairs, or first pair, so they put us on the breakdown pair that was never re-oiled, so they played like the first squad.
Yeah.
And I looked at you and said, they're going to play like this. They're going to play like this. And they did. And I had a similar line. I had 230 going. Open, turns into 198 or whatever. Still fortunate to win the game, get to plus 28 out of it, and we snuck in.
And by the way, you beat the person who kicked your ass in game 1.
Yeah, I was kind of happy. And he does the same thing. In practice, he had nothing. 260. In practice, he had nothing. And he, threw 4 in a row. Like, what? Yeah. Do you do this on purpose?
Yes. All right. So, we got a couple minutes left. I want to be off by 8 o'clock tonight. So, let's talk Stanley Cup. Because the finals begin tonight.
Are the Capitals still in it?
Against your Tampa Bay Lightning, going for back-to-back Stanley Cups. And from Montreal, Canada, the Habs, the Montreal Canadiens, which, by the way, there was the last team to make it into the playoffs.
The 16 seed. What would be the 16 seed?
Yes. In fact, if it was a regular season, they probably wouldn't have even made the playoffs.
No.
They certainly weren't in the top 16 of points. I can tell you that for sure. I think they were 18th or 19th.
Help. Because, no offense to the entire Canadian division, they suck.
Yes.
None of those teams were really, except for the Leafs and the Jets. Those 2 teams were really good. Everyone else was kind of eh.
Yes. So, obviously, Tampa's an overwhelming favorite. A lot of people are rooting for the Canadiens.
I would say everyone's rooting for the Canadiens, except for Tampa Bay fans and people who have money on Tampa Bay.
Do the Canadiens have a chance?
I mean, let's look. They took probably one of the favorites to win the Cup, beat them in 7, the Maple Leafs.
I wouldn't say they were one of the favorites to win the Cup, but okay.
I'd say they were good to get to the Final 4. I had them in the Final 4.
I didn't.
Now, I can go back and say Montreal looked like one of the best teams in the league about halfway through the season. They were one of the best teams in the league. So then they take the Jets, who the Jets were pretty big favorites, beat them in 4, swept them, made them look like crap, to be honest.
Yep.
Got a little fortunate with some overtime, kind of killed off the. No, that was Edmonton, and. Wrong series. Then they face Vegas. Again, a huge underdog. You liked Vegas in 5.
I did.
Because you figured Price, he's good to steal a game. He's good to, steal a 2-1 game. They beat Vegas in 6. And
now, Vegas was the second choice to lift Lord Stanley's Cup.
And Vegas almost looked irrelevant, especially that Game 6.
Yes.
They didn't look very good.
Yes.
So.
And Game 5 at home.
And Tampa, who they beat the first round? I have no idea.
They beat Nashville. Yeah, they did.
Tampa was a 3 seed, by the way, in their division. So it's not like they were the 1 seed. They would have been 10 or lower if it was seeded that way.
Because of lots of injuries.
Yeah, they had lots of injuries. Then they beat who they beat the second round? Carolina. So that was probably a pretty good win. Carolina was probably the favorite to win that series.
Yes.
Then they beat
the Islanders.
The Islanders in a series they probably should have lost. I think the Islanders blew that series.
They did.
They had them. Tampa was up 3-2 in the series, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they beat them 8-0 in Game 5. But the Islanders kind of blew Game 7. They probably should have had a couple of goals. 1-0, game over. Tampa wins Game 7. Obviously Tampa's got to be the favorite. Sadly, I don't like repeat champions. You don't like repeat champions. But I will say at the beginning of the year, I had Tampa winning the Stanley Cup.
You did?
So I'm going to stick with that. They're going to win the Stanley Cup in 6.
In 6. All right. But that's not who you want to win.
No, I would like Montreal to win in 4, to be honest.
So you're going to be rooting for Montreal.
But in the case of Phatts TV, if Tampa wins, at least I look kind of smart.
Okay.
If I predict them at the beginning of the season, that's bad. Hey, that's even though they were probably the favorite with Colorado. That's still impressive to pick it before the season happens.
Sure.
Even though I watch 0 regular season hockey.
Sure.
0.
Sure. Yep. Although in our predictions at the start of the playoffs, you didn't pick them to win.
No, I did not.
You did pick them to make it.
I had them in the final. Yeah, the final 2.
Yeah.
I had Colorado beating them.
Yes. And just like I had Colorado too, but I had Colorado and Carolina. Yes. All right. So you pick Tampa in 6. My heart wants Montreal. My head says Tampa, but I'm going to.
The Islanders.
Oh, I would have loved the Islanders Montreal series. That would have been a great
throwback series.
Great series. Great
And
series to watch.
Something for all the fans. He is a New York Rangers fan, and this man is rooting for the Islanders. I don't think that works like that.
It doesn't.
They are crosstown fierce rivals. They hate each other.
But I was also an Islanders fan too growing up.
But like, what?
Yes.
That if you lived in New York, you get your ass beat for that.
I would. Yes. So I'm going to go Tampa in 7, and I think this Game 7 will be a hell of a lot better than the Tampa Islanders Game 7. For a hockey Game 7, that was boring.
It was.
It was.
It was. Could have been a lot better.
Yes. All right. So it's 7:59, so that's going to do it for our show tonight. We are going to do a special show this Friday, July 2nd, and I'm not going to tell you why, but you can kick off your 4th of July holiday with us Friday, July 2nd at 7 o'clock. I'll give you a clue. Cake. That's your clue.
Like this kind of cake? Like
butt cake, yeah.
Yeah, like butt cake.
So until Friday, have a great one. Stay safe. Stay horny. And if you don't like us, go fuck yourself.
All right.
You got anything to say? You got anything to add?
No, I think that's pretty good.
Thank you very much. See you Friday.
And we go all.